So I am going to actually start doing some of the things I talked about in the last video, and I'm going to try to narrow up the front a little more and see if I can get these tires to actually roll in the fender wells. I may be able to grind out a little bit and make some clearance room, but I can't go too far. And then I'm going to swap the rear axle and put some lowering spacers probably. I may end up using the eventual blocks once I get them out of another truck, once I get springs for that. So that is what I'm gonna do right now. Let's go. So now you watch me do some of that. Now I'm going to explain some of the things that I did in the video, and then also some of the things that I've done inside, because it's freaking freezing out here. One of the things I need to do is pick a color. I asked my kids, they all three picked different colors. My wife picked a color. I'm not 100% sure I like any of them, but I will see what's going to go on here pretty soon. The grill kind of locks me into those early 70s colors. If I get away from the CC Hand GMC grill, which is a 73, 74 only, and I move into the later Chevy... Jesus Louises. There's a train anyway. It doesn't matter. Wait for the stupid ass train to go by and we'll do this a little better. Now someone's mowing. Why are you mowing? It's freezing and literally snowing outside. Leaf blower? Why are you blowing leaves? This is stupid. God, I hate this person. Everything in the universe is trying to keep me from getting this video done. I don't know, my ears ring so bad I can't tell if it's done, so I guess we'll just keep trying to truck on along. Okay, so in the video, I did put the 3D printed front suspension that I discussed in the past video about this thing. Jordan printed it out for me, and it's awesome. I put it in there and was so close to being able to use what I have for these dually wheels. They just have a huge hub on the inside, and I had to just keep sucking them in. So I was using the regular VP rod ends for the bottom of the shocks, and that actually worked really well on the Burb because the wheels aren't nearly as wide and aren't as positively offset or negatively offset eventually once the... I don't know. Anyway, they don't stick out as far. So I had these on there. They didn't work. So I went ahead and used the super drop rod end thing from VP that they have on their shocks that kind of mounts it to the side, and then that really got me so close, but it did not get me all the way tucked in to where I could slam this thing like I wanted. Doug came over. You can see him flash in the picture a few times during the fast motion there, and he said, why don't you just grind them down and just make it fit using the sideways ones, and you can adjust the wheels and everything. And I said, you know what, that was kind of my last option and thought that went through my head, but it's a good idea, so let's do that. I basically ground this thing down to the very start of the rod end, ball end hole plate. I don't know what this is called technically. Anyway, I ground it down to that. I drilled all the way through with my pin vise and then threaded it in, pulled it back out, and then put it in the whole arm and everything. And now it actually rolls. It doesn't have a tie rod right now, so this wheel's just doing whatever the hell it wants to. But I did it pretty much the same way as the Burb. It has the front suspension. It's got Tamiya shocks that probably won't stay on there. And it has Rustler / Bandit / old school Stampede front knuckles on it with the pins. Works really well, and everything's going good, and it's at the right height right now in the front that I can actually put scale hub hardware around that whole hub, and it will actually clear. The rear is low enough to where it barely clears this bed. It does have a little bit of a hot rod rake, but that's kind of just the way it's going to be without making big stupid fenders on this bed or making it a lot higher, which then makes it look really weird. This is just how it's going to have to be. So this is how it sits. I could bring the front up a little bit, but that's not really that fun, so why the hell would I do that? Also got the rear bed mount hinge things gone through. They have the RC 4-wheel drive leaf mounts as the pin going through the bed, and then they go into the aluminum plating that I used. And I just have an intake and an air cleaner from a scale engine sitting there just kind of being my stop. As I mentioned before, the whole bed is for the Sin 450, and I got these pivot parts which should all connect together and they make the bed do things, but they don't fit the RC Everyday chassis. So my thought is I can either try to make those work, or I may just put a servo down here with a decent size arm and just have it do 90 degrees where, I mean, the bed will kind of tilt, but it doesn't need to go crazy. So I may just do that. It's not really going to be a dump truck. It's just going to be a cool little thing to drive around and just kind of show off or whatever. So it's not that deep. I got all the bed put together. I glued the front panel in. I glued the rock guard cab thing on there. I don't like it. I may grind it off, cut it off, whatever, and redo it out of styrene because I'm not really happy with this one. And then I also put the body filler in this crack here between the parting seams, and then I'll fill that in and sand it up. Well, I've already filled it in. And I'll sand that all down and get that smooth before I get it all painted. But this thing's actually really coming together pretty quickly. So now that you get the bed out of the way, the cab, I have taken the rain gutters off because they are incorrect for any of the square bodies. The trim does not go all the damn way down into the fender. I don't know why they did that. It's really super stupid. But I sanded that all off, and I got the whole cab down to like probably 800 or so. Kind of just scuffed it. I do need to do a little more work here, but I also need to prime it first to see exactly how deep some of the scratches are that I can see versus just, you know, they'll fill in with a little bit of sandable primer. I got the hood sanded down. It's all smooth now, so it's ready for paint. I just have to pick a color, so I'm not really sure what's going to go on. Plus, the black wheels kind of throw it off too, so I'm not sure. If you've got a suggestion, I'm more than open. So that pretty much wraps up my week of, I don't know, I guess a little bit of progress on the dump truck here. I called it Chloe. I was going to call it Shakira, but then looking back on pictures in 2002, everybody was like, oh, she got a big butt. And then looking at her now, like, she doesn't really even look anything too crazy at all. It looked normal. So I called her Chloe because Khloe Kardashian's got a big fat ass. I know it's a little short one, but not a whole lot I can show you while I do body work, which is what this thing needs. And I know you guys get tired of watching me start projects, so I'm trying to actually finish some. That is all. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook groups, Bullman Built RC across the board, and think about becoming a channel member. And you get to see things behind the scene and get to see stuff first and all that jazz. So I appreciate you watching, and I will see you later. Bye.